and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads, man. So the elect are going to know the name, man. They're going to know that name. You know? Written in their foreheads, man. That don't mean the name going to be written in charcoal like Yahweh Shai across their foreheads where you can read it. The name is going to be written in their minds, man. You know? And it says, back in Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power, right? So they're going to say, hey, we're going to call on that name, and that name is important, you know? That name is very, very important. Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe, man. So the righteous is going to run to that name, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They're not going to run to Lord Jesus. They're not going to run to that name. That's what the 2/3 believe in. That's why he say he's going to destroy them, man. That's why you are that dross, man. It's going to be wiped away because you're not running to that strong tower, man. That refuge, man. That's it's security in that name, knowing that name, man, and believing on him, man. You know. It says the name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth unto it and is safe, man. So they're gonna be set. They're gonna be set on high, man. When they run to that name, they're gonna be protected in that day. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. The name, man. Cause things are about to get rough, man. Times are finna get rough around here. Like we head into that period. Like I said, you look at the news constantly, it's something always happening. We only halfway through the month, and you've had so many things happen so fast, man, in this month, man. Already. You know? It's Zephaniah 1:14. It says, the great day of Yahweh is near. It says, it is near and hasteneth greatly, right? So it's hurrying, man. You got to notice it's how quick a day go by. When you wake up in the morning, next thing you know, man, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. The Lord is speeding time up, which is shortening the time for the elect, man. He's shortening that time for the elect's sake, man. You know, it says, the great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasten greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. That noise, man. His voice is going to be that noise, which is a thermonuclear destruction, man. That day, that great day, his voice will speak. And that day, this is the Lord's voice, man. That's going to be his voice in that great day. The ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Right? Whether they believe it or not, that's the voice of God, man. Those missiles, man. That's his voice, man. That's how he's gonna speak. These different countries, hey, man, they've been creating missiles for the longest, man. Right? The scriptures tell you. They tell you in Joel that they have beaten their plowshares and pruning hooks, man. They have these agricultural countries have put money forth towards military might, and the military might is strong now. Especially a country like Iran, man. Their military is like 4 or 5 times bigger than Israel. And it's a constant battle of Israel saying we want to destroy Iran. The Lord is going to have Iran along with Russia destroy Israel, man. And America, man. They have a strong military now. And it says, the great day of Yahweh is near. It is near. It hastens greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh. The mighty men shall cry bitterly, man. So it's going to be a terrible day, man, when the Lord comes. It's going to come so swift. These people ain't going to know what's going on, man. They just going to still be walking around in their little downtown areas, in their neighborhood shopping centers, driving around their cars in the streets, bumping music. And the Lord is going to strike, man. It's going to be a day of bitter tears, man. You're going to see grown men crying in that day. Grown men are going to cry in that day, man. Let me tell you. Let me show it to you. I think it's Luke. This is Luke 21 and 25. And it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, right? Meaning anguish, man, straits. Gonna be confusion and chaos in this place, man. And it says, and the sea and the roaring waves, man. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So the men's heart is gonna fail for fear, man. When martial law comes, their heart's gonna fail for fear when the martial law, when the troops come knocking down the doors and rounding you people up. When they adjudicate you on the spot, when you don't want to comply with what they're saying, when they start shooting your sons and your fathers right in front of your face, and your grandmothers and grandfathers in front of your face, and then when you see the chariots, the fearful sight of the chariots, you know, those are gonna be fearful sights. Then when those nukes, when the Lord's voice starts really speaking, when those nukes start hitting. When you start hearing that loud boom and that bright light. And when you see that light, it's going to be over for you, man. It's going to be total destruction for you. It says, even the strongest man going to cry. It says, the day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh. The mighty men shall cry bitterly. The mighty men, the strongest men of their nation, man. The men who they look up to, certain generals and captains, man. They gonna cry, man. The toughest man on the block, who portraying to be tough, Mr. Tough Guy, he gonna be crying, man. And the elect men is just gonna be standing around like ain't nothing going on. Because through the prophecies and the scriptures and being taught the scriptures and having faith, we already know what's going down. And it says, verse 15, the day is a day of wrath, man. Wrath is fierce anger, man. That's when the Lord, when he's angry, when he speaks, man, it's gonna be, he gonna be heard. And he said he rebukes with flames of fire in Isaiah 66. So when he come to rebuke you, believe me, it's gonna be fire. The ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. And it says, a day of wrath.
I'll be back around there.
It says, a day of trouble and distress, right? So everybody gonna feel it. You know? Even in elect men, we're gonna know what's going on that day, but we're gonna feel it too. That's why our faith has to be strong to the end. And some men are probably going to wind up being killed too. So everybody's going to feel that day of the Lord, man. It says, of a day of wantonness a day of desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be worse than the day of the flood, man. Just like when Noah built the ark and prophesied to the people for circa 120 years, 125 years, nobody believed. Because it never rained in that day. When you go look back at Genesis 2nd chapter. But when that flood started coming, they was screaming, let me in the ark. We believe you now, but it's too late. So the Lord has brought his men out to prophesy for the destruction of America. Get right. But guess what? They're not believing now just like they didn't believe back in the day. They walk by, they fan their hands. They're not believers, man. So guess what's going to happen to them? That thermonuclear destruction is going to catch them. They're going to see the men get beamed up. And then they're going to know it's too late, man. It says, verse Zephaniah 1:16, a day of the trumpet and the alarm against the fenced cities and against the high tower, man. So this the system that they have here in America, the defense system is gonna fail, man, when World War III starts. The defense system that they think they have, they're so proud of, man. Russia already, they gonna hack through it. The Lord is gonna allow them the ability to hack through it and shut your defense systems off. It said you were the land of the unwalled villages in Ezekiel. So what make you think your defense system is going to stop thermonuclear missiles being shot from multiple countries? Russia, Iran, China, North Korea, Pakistan, India, and then your own mother, Great Britain, is going to turn on you. Pursuing Revelations, the 17th chapter. She going to turn on you too, man. And it says, verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men. Right? And when you walk like a blind man walks where he don't actually knows where he's going because he can't see. He has to be guided because he has no sight. So he says he's gonna make you walk like blind men. You're gonna be walking in that state of confusion. It's gonna be a state of distress that's coming here. You know? And it says, I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh is dung. And that means what? Dung is shit. When you see a pile of shit, you step over, you don't care about it. So he's gonna pour your flesh out like shit, basically. And pour your blood out in the earth like dust. Meaning it's gonna be everywhere, man, because dust is everywhere. So when he says he's gonna pour your blood out like dust, meaning your blood is gonna be all over this place. You know? And it says, verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. That's Esau. That's Esau, man. The elites, man. You have meaning silver, meaning what? You're monetary. You have all the resources, man. You own all the gold and silver. You won't be able to buy your way out of this destruction, man. You won't be able to call on the phone when the destruction happened, when the nukes started firing off, to tell another country, look, man, I give you everything I got for you to stop shooting missiles. The Lord is going to put it on their mind pursuing Ezekiel 38. He's going to put it on their mind, and when it's on their mind, it's going to be on and popping, as we say in the hood. And it's not going to stop until America's totally destroyed. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by fire, the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make an even a speedy riddance, man. Meaning a speedy end. It's going to happen real fast. Of all them that dwell in the land. So he's going to make a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Let me show you how quick it's going to be. This is how fast it's going to be. Revelations 18. Revelations 18 and 10. It says, I'll start at 9. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication and to live deliciously, right? They live luxuriously through America because all the people in the other countries, they export their goods to America. America doesn't export anything to those other countries. They import everything. And it says they live deliciously with her, shall bewail her, right? So they're gonna weep when America's being destroyed because that's their money source. And it says, and lament for her, when she shall see the smoke of her burning. When they're afar off in the sea bringing those goods over, they're gonna see America burning. They're gonna see the smoke of America after the nukes, man. And it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, right? So is this talk about the Vatican that's in Italy? Are they gonna be right there in that Mediterranean, right there in Italy, bringing goods to Italy? Are they gonna be bringing goods to Rome, Italy, right there in the sea, right off the coast, crying because Rome is burning? You know, no, it's America, man. They don't export goods to Rome like that. All these countries, it gives you a description in Revelation 18. It goes into it, talks about the spices and the ivories and all that they bring over here to America, man. It says, standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city. Because everybody wants to come to America. All the other people in the country, their dream is to come here to have a better life. Their dream ain't to go to the Vatican, man, and have a better life in the Vatican. That's not their dream, man. So if you're teaching the Vatican is the Babylon that speaks of in Revelations, then you are off, man. You're preaching another doctrine. And it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city. That mighty city. Does the Vatican have an army? No. The Vatican is it's the spiritual part. America is the military part. In London is the money line. That great city. When you have a great city, it has a great military. America is always predicated and prided itself on its military, man. We have the Marines, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy. That's their pride, man, their military. That's why it says that great city. It says that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. In 1 hour, man. 1 hour, 60 minutes, man. 3,600 seconds, man. America gonna be laid flat. It's gonna be finished. Okay? No more honey hole for you other nations, man. No more this debacle system, man. This wannabe new